Once upon a time, 3 great cat colonies lived in a peaceful land. For generations they thrived, hunting the critters of the region and harvesting the fruits of the forest. Sometimes, the colonies bickered and fought, but each of their leaders shared a respect for the spiritual mediator of their world, the forest's guardian. The word of the guardian was law, and all cats revered them. From the sacred temple, the guardian kept the balance over the catlands, working for the benefit of all. The cats of the forest thrived. They played in the meadows and ruled over the hills. They built strong walls and gathered prey for winter. But one fateful day, calamity struck. In an instant, the temple was shattered. A terrible earthquake tore the stones from their ancient resting places. A horrible rift was opened in the ground. Every cat shuddered with fear. Worse than the destruction of the land was the fading of its guardian. With a weak voice, the forest guardian announced that the land was no longer safe for any cat. A new home must be found, and a new temple must be built, or else the guardian's spirit would not survive. Then, the spirit of the guardian flickered and vanished. The frightened cats mourned and did not know what to do. A great meeting was called, and all the cats of the forest attended. Together, they deliberated long over what must be done. The decision was reached that each cat should choose for themselves a leader to follow, and set out to find new lands to settle. Maybe some would have the strength to build a better life? You, Wyvern, a cat of great renown, offered to lead a group into the unknown and build both a new home and a new temple. Soon, cats from every colony took up your call. Once enemies, now united by a common cause, you all set out to find a patch of earth to call your own. But the wilderness is fraught with danger, and there are threats on all sides. What will become of your colony? Will you lead them to a prosperous new era? Will you find the perfect place to build a home? Only time will tell. And here we are! Another day, another campsite to establish. This looks like as good a place as any. Flat ground and good hunting nearby, according to the scouts, says Coco. So hello everybody! Welcome! If you don't know what this is, first off, I am Salty Sweet Wren. Welcome everybody. And this happens to be Cattails' Wildwood story, the Kickstarter version of the demo. If you guys don't know what Cattails is, this is a little game made by Falcon Develops, who created a Warriors fan game in the past. I know most of you guys here on my channel are here because you love my Warriors series, and in fact, I want to thank all of you guys for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. Honestly, I was kind of blown away by, like, you guys really seem to love the cat games that I play on this channel. I am trying to kind of like move away from Clange a little bit, but I want to get into Cattails a little bit because this game has been on my radar for a while and looks so cute. It's not quite Warriors exactly, but it's a little similar and it's a little bit more up my alley from what I've seen. But anyways, right now we're in the middle of the tutorial. Another day, another campsite to establish. This looks like as good a place as any. Flat ground and good hunting nearby, according to the scouts. Let's all work together to ensure that we have adequate shelter and food before it gets dark. That is very much a good idea. We need to make sure that we are well protected. We need to make sure that, considering the fact that our old home has been destroyed, I don't necessarily like the fact that there was like actual stumps here. It kind of implies that this place has been like cut down and destroyed itself, but who knows? Maybe that's the aesthetic. I do see we do have some barrels and crates, because somehow cats can use those, but anyways.
Aw, do we really have to set up camp again? We just did that yesterday! When are we gonna finally pick a place to settle down and stop moving all the time? I'm too tired to help out. My paws are sore.
Look, I understand, Spark, but we've been, like, we kind of have to set up as, like, a safe place. If we want to stay protected, we need to, like, set up a good place to live. Look, our old home was destroyed. That's the premise of this game so far. The old forest from the original Cattails game, some sort of great disaster struck the land, and the forest guardian has disappeared. So we need to find a newer, safer place to live. And that is really important, is finding a safe place. And that is what our main cat, Wyvern, is going to be all about, is like, their priority is going to be safety above all else. Like, having like, good, like, being able to defend their land, having, like a safe place, like, somewhere that's well defensible, somewhere that they can look after, like, just, like, I'm trying to put into words. I don't have notes. Normally I have notes when I do a recording. I did not think to write any notes for this. So please do bear with me if I get a little jumbled up in my head. But anyways, will you quit your belly aching and lend a paw already? The job will never get done with that attitude. We'll settle down once we find the right spot. Haven't found anywhere that's got the right resources to keep us going. Yeah, that's gonna be a very important thing. We need resources. That is another thing to keep in mind. Though Wyvern's main priority is defense. Wyvern will tell us when we've arrived. Isn't that right, Wyvern? Absolutely, yes it is. Of course, Wyvern will make an announcement once we find our new home. For now, we've got to keep looking. We've all survived difficult winter. Now that spring is here at last, our luck may finally turn for the better. I suspect it will soon. Yeah, well, if we've been traveling all winter, who knows, maybe it'll be easier to find a better spot when we can, like, assess what things look like when, like, the world is all green and everything.
Spark, we could really use your help. Where are you going to sleep if shelter is not built? You're not my little kitten anymore. You're an adult. We all need you to pitch in if you want to be treated like one.
Hey, Wyvern, I'm going to go out and hunt. In the meantime, do you suppose you could help Spark feel better? I think Spark would cheer right up if they had some valerian to energize them. It's a pink herb that grows around here. Always puts a spring in my step. Sure thing. I saw a huge cluster of valerian just south of here, across the brook. Alright, I'm headed out to find some dinner. Remember, the valerian is just to the south. Best of luck to you. Right, some valerian to help Spark. I can manage that. So anyways, this is Wyvern. I did have to take off my glasses to kind of, like, see what I was doing with the colors a little bit, because my glasses, for some reason, kind of blur all the colors together on my screen. But Wyvern is a cat who, like I said, is going to be, like, all focused on defense. One of the things you can't really see on Wyvern's face is that they do have a scar over that purple eye. They were actually, in my head, I had this idea, like, they used to be, like, part of a set of litter mates. Like, 3 siblings, Wyvern, Draco, and Worm, or Wyrm, I suppose. Like, not worm as in, like, an earthworm in the ground, but, like, W-Y-R-M, like, kind of like a sort of limbless dragon. That's what, all 3 of the siblings were named after dragons. But when the disaster happened, Draco was killed in what occurred. I'm gonna collect all this valerian, I think. I can run, apparently. Okay. Draco was killed in the attack that apparently killed our home. That destroyed our old home. Wyrm decided to stay behind, and Wyvern is now, like, very obsessed with, like, making sure, like, safety above all else, finding a defensible place to live. They were raised on stories of dragons who, like, roamed the skies and were powerful creatures that, like, nothing dared to, like, fight against. And they kind of, like, wanted to be that. They feel like because their old home was destroyed, they kind of failed so far, but they're very much wanting to make sure their new home, wherever that home will be, we'll be more well defended. Ah, Spark.
What's that smell? Smells like valerian? Did you find some, Wyvern? Would you consider maybe giving me a little? I really think would help my headache.
Alright, I will do that then. Okay, open inventory and select valerian to hold it, then give it to Spark. It's been a while. Q for inventory. Okay. This is your inventory here. You can view all the items that you're currently carrying. So far, all we have is some valerian, but select valerian and press E to hold it in your mouth, then close your inventory and give it to Spark. So select it and then press E. Okay, so what's that smell? It smells like valerian. Yes, I found some.
Would you consider maybe giving me a little? I really think it would help my headache.
And here we go. Give the valerian.
Oh, you know what? I'm feeling better already. I can do this now my headache is gone. I'm ready to help build the shelter.
Awesome.
Thanks, Wyvern. Sorry for being such a stick in the mud earlier.
And I can hear Axel. Oh, baby, what's going on? The poor kitty still has his cone on. He's been tossing his head because he does not like how his ear's been bugging him. But I will say, like, all your guys' support is also going to be helping my cats too. So if you guys want to continue supporting the channel, please be sure that you guys are subscribed and be sure to like leave a comment down below so I know like what all you guys are interested in with this series, and be sure to hit the like button and, you know, do all that stuff every YouTuber says to do, I suppose. You know the drill, I'm sure. Anyways, let's continue with this because I'm a little bit more wanting to focus on this rather than all the pleasantries of, you know.
Thanks for your assistance, Wyvern. I'm glad that you found that herb. All cats appreciate a thoughtful gift. Giving out items that you find is a wonderful way to make friends.
And that's another thing. Some people call this Stardew with cats, because one of the things you do is you befriend cats by, like, you befriend cats by finding items that you can, like, give to them as gifts, and, like, they will appreciate it. And certain cats have things they like and certain things that they don't like, so that's a thing to keep in mind.
Now we can continue working on the shelter. We'll take it from here.
Oh wait, what's going on?
Oh, Coco, what's going on, buddy?
You okay? Those pesky, slippery little mice.
Everything okay over there, Coco? You're looking a little stressed out, you know.
I regret to inform you that I've returned empty-handed. Today does not seem to be my day. Perhaps someone else could try their luck. After all, we need to catch some food or we're all going to be very hungry. Yes, that is true. If you don't eat food, you get hungry. Wyvern, you've always been an excellent hunter. Me? I mean, Wyvern the cat probably is, but like in terms of gameplay, there's a reason I don't play Cattails very much. I've always been terrible at the hunting aspect. Would you care to accompany me? I'd be more than happy to point out where I smelled some prey. Yes, I think this will work splendidly. The mice are just to the east through the forest, and then a little south. I'll lead the way. Well, sure thing then, Coco. Oh, what's this? You stopped? I am pressing E. Thanks for agreeing to help, Wyvern. Between the two of us, we'll catch plenty of prey in no time. Now there's just a small matter of this dreadful breeze holding us back. Seems this narrow pathway has created something of a wind tunnel. It's picked up since I returned. Oh, we can handle a little wind tunnel, though, I'm sure. Do you feel it, Wyvern? The gusts are low to the ground. I suspect that a well-timed dodge may be enough to avoid them entirely. Why don't you try to dodge the wind gusts and push ahead? Press Control to perform a dodge. Okay, gonna make sure my fingers are in the right places with the keys. Okay, so it's like a jump. Excellent work, Wyvern. The clearing where I saw the mice is just to the south. I'll meet you there. Sure thing, then. Wait, hang on. I want to collect some of these. Some thistle. Thistle, I can tell, is going to be useful, just because, like, it's a thorny plant. I think that's the kind of thing that Wyvern would enjoy, is something like that would help with defense, like thorns. Do you smell it, Wyvern? There's a mouse hiding somewhere around here. Do I smell it? Oh, there it is. There, it's a mouse. Now's our chance. First, you'll need to sneak so it won't see you coming. Get nice and close. The closer you are, the higher your chance of success. But don't get too close. If you do, the mouse will notice you and run away. Once you're near, pounce. If you're successful, you will have caught the mouse. If not, you can always try again on another mouse. Good luck to you, Wyvern. Alright, so press shift to sneak. Okay. And then space to pounce. See, in the original Cattails, I always had so much trouble with this. Okay. Hang on, there's like a certain, like... Oh, come on. Okay. So it's one of those little mini games where you have to like get it right in the middle of that little bar. Oh no, you were so close to catching that mouse, but looks like it got away. That's alright. We all miss from time to time. You should try again. I'm sure you'll catch the next one. There, it's a mouse. Okay. So same words of advice. Once you're near. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Bravo, bravo! You caught it! Great work, Wyvern! Turns out all I needed was a buddy, because I caught one too. Now we won't have to return empty-handed, or empty-pawed. I don't think cat... Would you say hands if you're a cat? I would say empty-pawed, personally, but anyways. There's all sorts of prey you can hunt in the wild. Use your nose to track them down whenever you get hungry. What was that? Speaking of hunger, I think I just heard your belly rumble. You must be famished from all the work you've been doing today. When was the last time you had a bite to eat? Well, you know, having to like take care of the whole group, having to make sure everybody's safe. Like, it's hard work. Gotta put everybody else first. Good thing you have that mouse. You should probably eat it now so you won't starve. Really? I feel like I should make sure everybody else is doing okay first. But you can view your hunger bar in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. It looks like a fish. As you play, your hunger bar will decrease over time. You need to eat regularly so you won't take damage from starvation. That's a good point. First, pick up the mouse with E. Okay, and then open it with Q, then find the mouse and press R to eat it. Okay. Click the mouse and press R to eat it. And... okay. That looked like it was tasty. Remember to always pay attention to your hunger. It isn't good for your health to go too long without a meal. Yeah, that's a fair point. Still, I'd rather make sure everybody else is doing okay first. But I appreciate the advice, Coco. Alright, we've done our duty. I have a mouse to bring back with us. What do you say we get back to the campsite and see how it's coming along? Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds great, but wait a minute. What on earth is that? Now, I'm gonna admit, I have played a little bit of the demo, like, way back when it was, like, in, like, early stages of Kickstarter. And I've seen a little bit of Siri playing this. If you guys have seen my, my magic-based clan gen series, and you heard me talk about the Darklings, very much inspired by this. The Darklings are very much inspired by the stuff in this game. What on earth is that? I don't like the look of that. What if it's dangerous? We should investigate before we head back. Think you could check it out, Wyvern? Yes, I think that would be a good idea. I'm gonna grab this just in case. What is this? Tentacles, okay. Oh, it's a cat. Or is it? Uh-oh, that doesn't look friendly. Looks like you're on your own for this fight. I can't get to you through this wall. Ah yes, a shadow wall that has appeared out of nowhere. Interesting, okay. You can do it, Wyvern. Keep a level head and I'm sure you can win. I'll give you some pointers. You can use your claws to swipe and deal some damage. It'll probably take a couple hits to take it down, judging from the look of it. We've got like some swing music going, that's fun. The battle music is swing, I love that. Be careful to stay out of the way of its attacks. Be quick and agile to avoid taking damage. I'll be rooting for you from here, Wyvern. You've got this. Alright, let's press space to attack. Defeat the voidling cat with your claws. Yeah, they're called voidlings. Which, yeah, me doing my thing, the Darklings, very much based on this. So, anyways. Alright. Now, my problem has always been that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Boiling cat added to my collection. Did I collect it? Nicely done, Wyvern. You made quick work of that thing. whatever it was. Oh no, looks like you've got company again. Watch out! Oh, there's 2 more of them. Pleasant. 2 of them this time. What are you going to do? They've got like the glowing like red and orange eyes too. Ooh. Oh, I've got it. You may find it easier to defeat them with a charged attack. You can wind up your attacks to unleash a more powerful variant and launch yourself into the battle. Try that, Wyvern. Okay, hold space to charge your attack, then release it to launch yourself into battle and deal extra damage. First, let me grab these Mews. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage. But that actually is much better. I was always bad at that in the original Cattails. You showed them. Well done, Wyvern. And the path to the campsite is open again. I think when you defeated those voidling cats, their shadowy wall went away too. What do you think those things were? Why did they attack us? We'll need to report this to the others. They should know if there's danger around. Yeah, that is very good to be aware of. Wonder if that's what might have hurt the Forest Guardian, actually. But if it was, then why didn't we know about this? You'd think we would, but... Anyways. Let's head back to the campsite and let everyone know what happened here. Alright. I'm gonna collect this Void Marrow. Don't know what it does, but... Are you not coming? What were those strange voidling cats? We need to report this to the others. Let's head back to the campsite. You lead the way and I'll follow. Okay, yeah. I'll take the point on this one. Oh, hey! Did you see that shelter? Attacked by angry shadowy cats? That doesn't sound good. What if they're still out there, lurking in the forest just beyond the camp? What if we aren't safe?
Jack is right. That sounds dangerous. Oh, what are we going to do?
Strange voidling cats, you say? How intriguing. Crampy! I have a little Crampy plush somewhere in my room. Don't know where it is right now. Oh, it's right down here with my Charmander and Light Fury. Got a little Crampy plush. I'll see if I can get a picture of it with Axel, because he's been hanging out in my room. He's kind of sleepy. He might enjoy having Crampy as a buddy, though. God, I really love that Plague Doctor mask, too. What a wondrous opportunity! I would love to spot one for myself so I could research its behaviors and properties. The good news is that Wyvern was able to defeat them. That means we stand a chance, right? Yeah, I would say so. But it's still, in my opinion, most important that we get, like, everything, like... If we're gonna live somewhere anywhere near here, we need to make sure it's somewhere defensible against these voidling cats, for sure. Whatever they aren't invincible. I sure would like to learn more about them before the next time we encounter one. Absolutely agreed. Oh, hello? The Forest Guardian. Greetings, Wyvern. Greetings, all mortal cats. I cannot long manifest my presence here, but I have chosen this moment to appear before you all with fateful news. It's the Forest Guardian. We are honored to be in your presence, great guardian spirit. I have missed you dearly these past few months. We all have. I will also, if you guys don't know the lore of the original Cattails, Coco actually used to live at the Guardian's temple. Was the protector of that temple, so of course Coco has like a very strong bond with them. It is good to see you again, Coco, my old friend. Soon my power will wane once more. Without a temple constructed, I have no place to tether myself to the physical realm. But I have come with cheerful tidings. Tomorrow you will all settle into your new, permanent home. I have foreseen it. We are not far now. Oh, that's good! For the new temple shall be constructed, and I shall abide with you all once more. A permanent settlement! Oh, this is wonderful! I think I speak for all of us when I say that we are ready to be home at last. But what of the voidling cats? Is it safe to build our town so close to such a threat? Do not fear the voidling cats. Dangerous though they may be, I will teach you to overcome their power.
Their very presence is the reason why I believe we must settle here. In time, you will understand.
That doesn't make sense, but... Are you sure?
In ages long past, this region was known as the Wildwood. It has been uninhabited since time immemorial. I am not able to give her such I'm not able to give the forest spirit such gravitas if I cannot, like, speak correctly, but you all know, if you can read, there it is, down there. It has been uninhabited since time immemorial. When I felt the presence of the voidling cats, I had a sudden premonition that there is some good that we will be able to accomplish here. It is no mistake that you have journeyed to this land. Wyvern, I will teach you to speak with my voice so that you will have power over the voidling cats.
Really? You want me to speak with your voice? Is that possible?
The skill I'm about to teach you is known as Lion's Roar. Use it when danger is near and all your enemies will scatter.
Skills are powerful abilities that will aid you as you play. You can learn and improve many different skills over time. I mean, I would be honored if you would bestow this power upon me. You can view your equipped skills in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Find Lion's Roar and activate it to continue. Alright, in that case... Oh!
You have done well, Wyvern. With time and experience, you'll be able to improve your Lion's Roar and use it to even greater effect. I have every confidence that you'll be able to overcome the challenges that lie ahead.
And I will do my best to live up to that great forest spirit.
That sounded terrific, Wyvern! If I were a voidling cat, I'd be quaking in my boots! Is it true that we're going to finally have a home for ourselves? I can't wait to see it!
I have to admit, as much as I like seeing the world, it would be nice to build a shop and slip back into a daily routine after all this time.
That's right, Ember used to be the shopkeeper. And even before that, back in the Untold Story for Warriors, they were actually a kitty pet that you could meet, and they would take you to, like, visit the Two Lake Place and all that. But I think they didn't like you if you joined the Blood Clan. I could be wrong.
I've gathered quite a large inventory while we've been journeying. It's been getting harder and harder to bring it with me when we move. I'm ready to stay in one place.
Yes, and it would be nice for me to have a sterile environment to treat my patients. I could have a clinic again at long last. That is always going to be very important, Crampy. Do you have any idea how hard it is to treat a wounded cat while on the road?
I mean, all that work I did building the shelter was for nothing? We won't even need it after tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we have somewhere to sleep tonight. Don't worry about that, Spark.
That's okay, though. I wouldn't mind having a real home again.
I'm sure none of us would mind having a real home. That would be incredible.
It sounds like we're agreed. Next, we should have Wyvern decide exactly which part of the Wildwood we should settle in. I have the latest scout reports right here. These are the spots that would make for a suitable home. Which one will it be?
We have the forest, sparse pine and oak woodland, a welcoming and hospitable place to build a home. That seems like a classic place, but what are some of the other options? The meadow, a gentle river winds through this flowery field. Sounds beautiful, but the river could be defensible, but how doable is that as well? A swamp. A mysterious swamp overrun with wild willows and weeds. Sounds interesting. Sounds cool. I'm gonna say that Wyvern and their siblings were actually from the Mystic Colony, which also was in the swamp. So, like, that seems very... could potentially be a home, but... The beach, an inland lagoon surrounded by sandy beaches and tropical vegetation... I mean, that also sounds like it could be very nice. Sounds tropical, but is that really where we want to settle down? And then there's the volcano, which is something that behind the scenes I've been, like, eyeing up. Dark basalt rock and flowing lava make for a dangerous and uninviting locale. And in all the legends of dragons that that we have, like, grown up on, that Wyvern has grown up on, volcanoes were where they lived. Volcanoes were kind of like a sign of power, and with the lava and everything, it is defensible. It is protected. It is a place that would make it hard for enemies to show up. Sure, it might not be like the most inviting looking place, but we can make it work. We can make this place into our home. This is going to be a well-defended place. This is going to be a place that we can use to protect ourselves and all the other cats that we find from any other dangers. And from there, we can move on and see what else the world has in store for us. So, I say we settle at the volcano. That looks like an ideal spot to settle. Great choice, Wyvern. I'm very glad you think so. I was worried you're gonna think it was like a little too dangerous, but honestly, I think it's gonna be the most protected place for us. Now we have a home, we're starting to feel like a real colony again. What are we going to call ourselves? And here we go. We could just be a colony. Let's see. We could also randomize Spider Colony, Vortex Colony, Cavern Colony, Guardian Colony, Sinister Colony. I like how some of these are like not necessarily like happy things. Some of these are like a little darker, which honestly, I kind of like the idea of like things not being necessarily as like pleasant and happy-go-lucky all the time. I like the idea that like sometimes things are a little bit more dangerous. Maybe we're not necessarily gonna be the most benevolent. We're trying to be. We are trying to do what's in the best interest of all the cats in our care. But I kind of think, like, I feel like Wyvern might let power get to their head a little bit. But for now, I think what I want to call us is Dragonheart will be our name. But what are we? Are we a colony, domain, kingdom, tribe, kinship, order, dynasty, clan, realm? By the way, if any of you guys want to do warrior stuff, clans are available. Realm, province, state, society, empire, confederation, alliance, syndicate, union, guild, territory, consortium. Okay, I'm gonna go with Dragonheart Domain. And then there's a bunch of different emblems we can choose from. I'm pretty sure there's one that has like a wyvern look. There is a volcano, of course. I think that there's one that has like a dragony look. I do like this as well. I like this, but I also like the cracked one. I like this. I kind of want to go with this. And are we the leader, the mayor, governor, commander, captain, overseer, chief, warlord, boss, monarch, king, queen, regent, president, prime minister, chancellor, foreman, director, lord, lady, emperor, empress, elder, warden? I like warden. I'm gonna go with warden. We're the warden of the Dragonheart Domain. The Dragonheart Domain? I like the sound of that. Good, because that's what we're gonna try and live up to. At first light tomorrow, we will travel to our new home. Let's all hear a cheer for Wyvern, warden of the Dragonheart Domain. Oh, everybody's meowing! And here we are, at the Dragonheart Domain. It's very interesting looking. We're gonna have to like learn the layout of this place eventually, but here we are, home at last. We've all worked very hard to establish the town, haven't we? And our home is apparently right up here. This is your new den, Wyvern. I hope the location is alright. If not, you can always move it later. I think I could get used to this. Inside, you'll find everything you need to feel right at home. A bed to sleep in, a calendar, even a scratching post to train your skills. Why don't you go check it out for yourself? You've had a long day. I'll bet some sleep would be nice. Yes, that does sound ideal. And here we are. We've got a little jar of fireflies, it looks like. Ooh, what's this? Oh, storage. I'm gonna put one of everything in here for now. Got a scratching post. So we can practice our abilities. So right now it looks like we have a lot of stuff that is, we've got a lot of stuff that, like, we could unlock. But tenacity resets the cooldown of all of the schools to 0 so they can be immediately used once more. Deep cuts applies wound to all nearby enemies, damaging slowly over time. This is an ability I remember from Untold Tales, and I use this a lot. There's shield, which gives you a little shield, which makes you invulnerable for a little bit. Sweet melody, hum a soothing lullaby, healing all nearby allies over time. Menacing fangs, intimidate your enemies by baring your teeth, saps a small amount of health from a nearby foe, replenishing your own. Do like that. Return home, quickly return to your den from anywhere in the world. Hunter's gamble. If your next pounce is a success, you'll catch 2 prey instead of 1, but if it fails, your target will instantly vanish. Might be interesting to dabble in that in the future. Hiker's breath. Call forth an unstoppable gust of energy that would travel in a straight line, hitting everything in its path. Interesting, interesting. Summon allies. Muster several loyal allies to your side. Also very useful. Warding Scrawl. Carve a powerful etching into the ground that will detonate when stepped across by an adversary. Interesting. Got Lion's Roar, which we already have. I want to try and work on some other things before I start dabbling in improving this. Diplomacy. Use in any map region to instantly gain a small amount of colony influence there. Interesting. Spectral Dodge. Teleport a short distance forward. Okay, interesting. Kindly Purr. Your presence is comforting to those around you. Use a small amount of friendship points with... Used to gain a small amount of friendship points with all nearby cats. Okay, interesting. Wild Slash. Launch yourself into battle with a powerful slash capable of dealing extraordinary damage. Nice, nice. Botany. Your advanced knowledge of plant life allows you to quickly detect everything that is growing nearby and where to find it. Mortal Wound. Channel the power of death itself, instantly killing a randomly selected nearby foe. The thing I want to point out about this is another ability that I used more than I should have back in the days of Warriors Untold Tales. I know, it's against the Warrior Code, but at the same time, it was just like, I needed to get out of battle quickly, and this was how I did it. 9 lives. Call upon the 9 lives, kind-hearted spirits that may aid you in your adventures. Interesting. And Pinecone Toss. Hurl several pointy pine cones that will damage the first thing they hit. That's adorable. I think I'm gonna start with Deep Cuts, probably. Unlock Deep Cuts. Let's unlock it. Unlock the new skill. Would I like to equip it now? Sure. Put it in slot 2 for now. And for now, I think it's about time that we get some sleep. This looks like a great place to curl up and sleep for a while. What would I like to do? Let's save our progress for now. And I think with everything here, this seems like a good place to wrap up this first episode of Cattails Wildwood Story. Now we are a little bit more into the beta itself. The demo, the beta, whatever it is. But guys, thank you all so much for joining me for this episode. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, letting me know what you think. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the future. Stay safe out there, everybody.